I come from Indonesia, a country where Catholics are only 5% of the population. Being a part of that 5%, I arrived in Spain thinking Catholicism was still alive, that religion was going to be practiced more strictly. I was wrong. Growing up, I resented the weekends. I especially dreaded Sundays because I knew I had to go to church. I didn't believe that true faith existed. But after seeing the different ways Spanish youths practice their faith, I understand that faith can be practiced based on your own level of understanding and comfortability. I attended Mass on a Sunday in the Cathedral de Leon, and I was so excited to experience Mass in a cathedral. I pictured in my head a grand altar, gold-plated everything, a large choir group, bells, and altar servers. The Mass was to begin at 6 p.m. It was 5:55 and the seats were barely filled. At 6:01, people were still coming in. After the priest gave the final blessing and Mass was over, I was confused. There were empty spaces, there was no choir, no songs were sung, no altar servers, and the whole Mass served by one priest. I talked to a priest who does not want his name to be identified. I asked him why Mass is not like how I expected, and he said it is because it is tailored to the elderly.
Most of the members of the congregation are old. Let's be honest, and let's call a spade a spade. So, for the solemnity of the services, they are not any longer well equipped. They cannot sing, most of them cannot walk. Some of them are accompanied by younger people who are not members of the family, but they are carers.
In Spain, religion has been practiced since the 1st century. Out of all the countries, never would I have imagined Sunday Masses to be this quick and lacked intensity. The Catholicism I knew made it necessary for one to follow all the rules in the Bible, go to church every Sunday, pray before you eat, after you wake up, before you go to sleep. I left the church with a new perception on the religion that I grew up forced to practice. Sara is a Spanish young adult who grew up practicing Catholicism. She now identifies as atheist.
Kindness to foster a child in Africa and send money. They do that because of the church. I think that's the good and great part of religion. Love and kind part.
Irene is a Spanish college student who believes Catholicism is so much more than church and masses.
The important thing is believe in God, pray God, and you can pray in your home, in your bedroom. Live like a Catholic person. It's the most important, I think, because you can go to the church all Sunday, and then you are a terrible person and give money to poor and these things. And in Spain, there are a lot of people that go all the Sundays into the church and then not give money to the poor people.
I thought you had to follow religion by the book, memorize the Father's Prayer, confess every month, follow the 10 Commandments, and know the books of the Bible by heart. But after speaking to Sara and Irene, I realized the true impact religion has on me are the values that I learned to practice. Looking back, I've done many things that align with Catholic values. Visiting orphanages, spending time at a retirement home, giving back to the poor, loving and forgiving. These are the things that make me a Catholic.